Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this December the 10th, 2024. I'm hoping everybody had a great Tuesday out of this far. Hope everybody had a great Tuesday evening. Hope everybody can stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be looking at the lower 48, plus a look at the tropics as well. You can see we got a little system out here in the tropical Atlantic getting a little spin to it, but nothing to be organized. A little system here down towards Central America, and a little bit of activity out in the Pacific Ocean. But as you can see, here's the subtropical jet moving across the southern United States, across Texas, also into the eastern U.S. We got a low pressure system spinning up here around the Great Lake, trailing cold front all the way down into the Gulf of Mexico, and it will continue to push eastbound and bring lots of precipitation to the east coast of the United States. We got another system here moving across the northern U.S. that may bring some scattered snow showers, maybe some showers as well. And then another system moving into the Pacific Northwest, moving into Washington, Oregon State, Northern California, and then across the country as well. Alrighty, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, as you can see here, we're taking a look at your Wednesday forecast. You can see we got some freezing rain and some mixed precipitation up here around New Brunswick, the Maine, to New Hampshire, to Vermont, to Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island area. Also some heavy rain and flash flooding also in that region. Also, we got some mixed precipitation across southeast Canada, stretching from portions of New York State, Pennsylvania, to West Virginia, down in North Carolina, eastern Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, back into the Great Lakes. We have some snow flying from Kentucky to Missouri to Iowa to Wisconsin to southeast Canada around the Great Lakes. And as you can see, we got a few pockets of heavy snow possible from northern Michigan stretching down into New York State, also in the upper New York State as well. A little bit of snow flying over here in portion of Montana back into South Dakota, and also got a little bit over here in Oregon and Nevada, and also portion of California with mixed precipitation in Washington, Oregon State, Northern California. A little bit of freezing rain right across southern Washington, northern Oregon, and rain showers along coastal areas of Washington, Oregon State, and California. We've got thunderstorms and showers down across Cuba, the Gulf of Mexico, the Florida Keys, northwestern Bahamas, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, up toward Delaware and New Jersey. Could be a little bit of severe weather possible from New Jersey all the way down into eastern South Carolina for your Wednesday. We'll get to that in the severe weather part of the video. Alright, otherwise dry high pressure is in charge of the remainder of the forecast area. Alright, let's move on to your Thursday forecast. You can see it looks a little more quieter. We got snow flying up here across southeast Canada, portion of Vermont, New York State, northern Pennsylvania, Michigan, also in the portion of northern Michigan. Pockets of heavy snow in that region also. We got snow flying in Wyoming and Colorado. Then again in Idaho to Utah, Nevada, Oregon, portion of California, mixed precipitation there as well, stretching into Washington State, Idaho, and Montana. Some little bit of pockets of freezing rain there as well. Also got some rain showers along coastal Washington, Oregon State, also California area region, and also along coastal areas. Otherwise, dry high pressure in charge of the remainder of the forecast area. Alright, let's move on to the current watches advisory map. You're located across the nation. Alright, we're still waiting for it to pop up there. Alright, there it is. Alright, you can see we got some high wind warning, winter weather advisory, flood watches in effect from Maine, stretching into New Hampshire, Vermont. Also has some wind advisory across Connecticut and the Boston area, Rhode Island area as well. Also in the eastern areas of the Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, eastern Maryland. Also down towards eastern Virginia. Also has some dense fog advisory there as well. We got some lake effect snow, winter storm watches in effect for New York State, stretching into portion of Pennsylvania. Also got winter storm warning, winter storm watches, winter weather advisories for the Michigan region as well, northern areas of Wisconsin. Lake wind advisory across South Carolina and portions of Georgia. Special weather statements stretching from Virginia to North Carolina. Virginia to Tennessee to Kentucky and Indiana. Also in the portion of Iowa, Minnesota, also South Dakota, and areas of Nebraska. We have some cold weather advisories for portion of North Dakota and also portion of Minnesota. And then we have some freezing freeze warnings and freeze watches in effect for Texas. And then again for areas of Arizona. Red flag warnings for you guys in Southern California, frost advisory coastal areas, and winter weather advisory inland of California. Air stagnation advisory for areas of Oregon and Idaho region. Also has some freezing, let's see, I think it's freezing rain advisory, yep, freezing fog advisory for Washington, Oregon State, and some winter weather advisories up here in Montana. High wind warnings for a portion of Wyoming as well. Montana got winter weather advisory and a winter storm warning there also. Alright, we have high wind warnings, also small craft advisories, and also some high surf advisory along the coastal areas of Alaska, Hawaii and Channel, excuse me. Alright, and we have some blizzard warnings to the north, hydro issues to the south, small craft advisory around the Alaska areas. And then we got some small craft advisory, gale warnings, storm warnings ranging from a portion of Washington State to Central California, also along the Gulf of Mexico as well, from eastern Mexico to Texas all the way to the Big Bend area there in Florida, east coast of Florida all the way to Maine. Alright, let's move on to the severe weather perspective of the video. Here is tonight's forecast. This is day 1. General thunderstorm from New York State to Jacksonville, and then there's that to Chattanooga, and then here's that marginal risk from New Orleans to Atlanta to Tallahassee, Dalton, and then just south of Atlanta to Columbus. Slight risk of severe weather. Tornado probability for tonight, we have a 2 and 5% risk. 5% around the Columbus area, portion of just south of Atlanta, and also a portion of eastern Alabama, just southeast of Birmingham. Damaging winds, we have 5 and 15% in that same region. Large hail, less than 5% all areas. Let's move on to day number 2. Alrighty. We have a general thunderstorm, marginal risk ranging from Boston all the way through just east of Columbia to Charleston to Savannah, Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Tampa, and then we have a slight risk along the outer banks of North Carolina from around the Grand Strand of South Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina, up toward Virginia Beach. Slight risk for severe weather. Tornado probability will be 2% from up here near Virginia Beach to Charleston to Savannah to Jacksonville, Tallahassee area, Tampa. You're in the 2%. 5% along Wilmington up toward Virginia Beach. Alrighty, take a look at the damaging winds. We have 5% in the brown, 15 in the yellow, and take a look at the large hail, less than 5% all areas. Alright, let's take a look at the weather radar across the nation. We're going to take a look at it while it's coming up on the East Coast. We got a little bit of activity over here around Nebraska and also Kansas, same up through the Dakotas, also over toward Minneapolis, Minnesota region, also a portion of northern Michigan. We got a little skinny line of showers stretching from Missouri through Arkansas, just east of Texas, Dallas, Texas area. More activity up toward Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, Canada, Buffalo, New York, Albany, Georgia, Albany, New York, excuse me. And let's see, and then it stretches all the way down to portions of the Florida region. As soon as my map comes back up here, trying to get the map to come back up. Here we go. Here it is here from Washington D.C. through Greensboro, North Carolina, Charlotte, up towards Atlanta, just southeast of Atlanta. Got some strong showers and storms stretching back to New Orleans. This is where the severe weather may take place from New Orleans over toward Atlanta. Would not be surprised to maybe have some thunderstorm possible in South Carolina. Could be a few strong to severe storm possible later on tonight, even though the Storm Prediction Center has not outlooked the area, but could not rule out a strong to severe thunderstorm possible if one do develop. And then, like I said, tomorrow has a better chance with that line of showers that's back here. It's going to kind of catch up with this system here and then push it on out into the Atlantic coastal waters. So, alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also, like the video, share the video, and we'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday evening, folks. Take care, and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.